If I had the patience, I would try to train dogs, but you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of patience, and you got to know dogs and different breeds to be able to do that. You can't just use one method for one dog to train them and think it's going to work with every dog, because some dogs ain't the same. You know, some dogs are aggressive and some dogs are a little docile than others. So what's good, YouTube? Neighborhood Bullies checking in with another video. And today I'm gonna just be giving y'all some pointers on things you can do to make money in the dog business. You know, a lot of people would think that, you know, puppy sales would be the only way you can make money in the dog game, but you know, it's several avenues to make money, you know, when it comes to the dog business in general. You know, it's not just dealing with, you know, reproductive. You know, there's several ways, and I'm gonna just give y'all a few in this video. Now, for one, of course, you got the breeding, where, you know, you can sell your puppies. You know, you can do breedings and sell puppies, but I like to say that that's quote unquote seasonal, because at that point you can only make money when you got puppies on the ground. So, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got no puppies on the ground and you're only relying on puppy sales, then you can't really make no money. Another way to make money is, you know, studying out your males. If you got a nice quality male on your yard and, you know, people know about it, or you get his name out there and, you know, other people want to use it, you can sell that semen to other kennels, and you know what I'm saying, make some money like that on the back end. Another thing you can do is to start up a pet salon. You know, whether it may be in your own house or you get you a building or whatever the case may be, you can get people to pay you to come and wash their dogs, or you know what I'm saying, they bring the dogs to you and you wash the dog, trim the nails, you know what I'm saying, get them smelling real good. People will pay you for that as well. It can be a real benefit to the pet community and to your pockets. Another thing you can do is get into veterinary services. You know what I'm saying? If you like to help animals, if you're interested in, you know what I'm saying, the medicines and everything like that it takes to heal dogs when they're hurt and everything like that, you can go to school and become a vet. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't only dogs, you can deal with all kinds of animals. You know what I'm saying, when you're in the vet industry. So that's another avenue you can go in as well. Also, you can get into pet boarding. And also that can be done at your own home. If you own your home and you know what I'm saying, you got some room to where you can house some dogs, to where people can pay you to watch their dogs for a few days or whatever the case may be, then you know what I'm saying, that's another side hustle you can get into. Or you can turn it into a full-grown business, you know, as business progresses and you grow, you know what I'm saying. Another thing you can do is learn to do progesterone tests. I'm also trying to get into PG testing myself. I'm gonna buy my own PG machine one day, so I ain't gotta go to the vet every time my girl gets pregnant. I mean, well, when my girl goes in heat and, you know, she's trying to breed and I'm trying to wonder if she's ready or not, I don't have to go to the vet every time. I can learn how to do the progesterone test myself. So I ain't never done it, but I will learn how to do it one day, and I will have my own machine. So, you know what I'm saying? That is another way you can make some money. You can also learn how to do artificial inseminations. I learned how to do it watching YouTube myself, and then, you know, I just got better through experience. I've definitely had puppies through AI, and I've had some litters to not take during AI processes too. So I know it's all a hit and miss. It's all in, if you catch it at the right time. There's no certain day for any dog or animal to breed on. You know, every dog is different. Some dogs ovulate early on in the heat cycle. Some ovulate right there in the middle, and some ovulate right at the end. So you really just got to know the dog, and once you get it done like that, then you in the game. I've also seen on YouTube where people do the poop scoop business, where people pay you to come scoop the poop out their yard. And strange as that is, you know what I'm saying, people actually pay you for stuff like that. I thought about getting into it myself, but I ain't gonna say I wouldn't do it, or I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna just say I haven't done it yet. But you know, that is a consideration. Get you a team, you know, build up you some clientele, and you know what I'm saying, you can get rolling like that, turn that into a full business. You know what I'm saying? Pooper scoopers, for sure. You can also learn to train dogs, you know what I'm saying, if you got the patience. You can learn how to train dogs. You can learn how to handle for shows and stuff like that, get them ready for shows. And you know what I'm saying, like I said, if I had the patience, I would get into training, because I do like how it looks when, you know, you tell a dog to do something and they do it on command the first time. You don't have to keep fussing with them and telling them, you know, 3 or 4 times what to do. You know, that on command, I love that. So if I had the patience, I would try to train dogs, but You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of patience, and you gotta know dogs and different breeds to be able to do that. You can't just use one method for one dog to train them and think it's gonna work with every dog, because some dogs ain't the same. You know, some dogs are aggressive and some dogs are a little docile than others. So you gotta know how to break the timid ones, and you gotta know how to tame the extra courageous ones. Another thing you can do is get into building kennel setups. You can build deck platforms, and you can build deck platforms and stack kennels on top of them. You know, sell them as a package deal like that. And you know, I've seen people make money like that as well. You definitely got to know how to do some building and constructing when you're building them decks. Make sure they stay sturdy to be durable over time, but that's definitely another side hustle that you can make some money off of if you know how to build kennel setups. You can go build other people's kennels, and you know, it can be real lucrative. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Just a few ideas on how you can make money in this business, because it is several ways and several streams of income that can be made when it comes to this. So, you know what I'm saying? We're changing lives one puppy at a time. Neighborhood Bullies, we're checking out.